Hi, it's Rick. This video is on light boxes and light tables. And originally, I planned on building a nice wooden light box with box joints and a tilting top, and I still may do that in some future video. But then I started thinking that a lot of people who are interested in having a light box aren't necessarily woodworkers or craftspeople, and building something like that would be too elaborate for them. So I started thinking, well, what is a light box? And essentially, a light box is just something translucent that you can draw on with a light source underneath to make tracing easier. And if you've ever needed a light box and started pricing them, then you know that they are extremely expensive for some reason. So how could you get something that would suit your needs that wouldn't break the bank? And I've come up with a few ideas. And here's the first one. This is a drawer from one of those plastic drawer towers that you can buy pretty much anywhere and that everybody seems to have. I have a few of them that I keep my craft supplies in. You could take one of these push lights. I think this one came from the dollar store, the battery operated. Put that underneath and it works fine. I can see straight through, I can do what I need to. That's a very low cost light table that you can make. Or you could go a different route, and that would be to buy something like this. This is a piece of plexiglass. This is a rather large piece. It's about an 1/8 inch thick. It's 20 inches long, 32 inches wide. You can get smaller pieces, and what you could do with something like this is place it over a dresser drawer or a cardboard box. Put a light source in it. You could use a desk lamp or something like this. This is 6.5 feet of mini lights, something like you'd put on a Christmas tree. These are all clear. I paid less than $2 for this, I think, at Hobby Lobby. You could string this inside of a box or a drawer, put a piece of plexiglass over the top of it, and you'd have yourself a working light table. You could also take a piece of plexiglass or something like this and just set it on your lap and put a desk lamp at your feet, and that'd work fine too. But for a more permanent solution, you might want to try something like I'm about to do right now. This is a table I made from a sheet of plywood for making my animations with. You can see the mast and the bar that holds the camera, and everything's held together with clamps there so that I can easily move it around the table. The problem is, when I'm not making animations, this table really doesn't get any use. So, I'm going to modify it to use it as a light table. So the first thing I'll do, after I take this stuff off, is to measure it and mark it out so I know I'm not cutting through the table frame. Then I'll drill a starter hole and cut a large hole with the saber saw. So here's the plexiglass or Lexan or whatever you want to call it. And I've drawn a line where I want to cut it. And I'm going to be using a 4-foot square as a straight edge, but you can use whatever you have. And I want you to know that they do make a tool, a special tool for cutting this stuff. I don't cut enough of it to warrant buying the tool. I usually just use a utility knife. Well, there it is. It's not as clean a break as I usually get on smaller pieces, but either way, it's cut, and I can install it on the table now. So here it is. There's enough space under this table that I could use a small table lamp as a light source. And it's big enough across the top that I can use a 12 by 18 piece of paper on the drawing surface. And when I'm not using it as a light table, it can still be used for what I originally built it for. I can put the mast back on it and still use the table to make my animations. So that was my solution to fill my need for a light table. If you look around your home, you'll probably find some furniture that you could use to do the same type of thing. Now, you don't have to have a saw and cut holes in your furniture. You may have a coffee table or an end table where all you need to do is remove a panel. Or you could take the bottom, slide the bottom out of a wooden drawer and replace it with a piece of plexiglass. And if there isn't anything that you can use, maybe you could buy something at a yard sale or a flea market. But this was my solution to the problem. And I hope that it helps you think of ways that you can build your own light table. If you like my videos, please subscribe. And thank you for watching.